Previously from the Hood Blogger.
Willie Major tried to drag my name through the dirt, but I got it out the mud. Dirty Sprite sipper, the swingers hammer like a judge. If I said don't move, nigga don't budge. Flinching to get you pistol slapped just because I know they gon' hate on me. I expect it, so I never leave my tool by itself. That's neglection. I don't need the beam, this chrome against your reflection. Shots will hit your car in your facial with their exit. I mean what I say, and I stand what I do. If you niggas think it's sweet, then you niggas got me confused. I don't give a fuck, cause your bitch think I'm the hardest. So I give it a D to fuck up her office. I won't let the streets get the best of me. Homie, you can smell what I'm cooking, but you can't get the recipe. Preferably killing these niggas, yeah, that's my specialty. Heckler B, ain't met your face, you thinking about testing me. With a referee, these niggas out here flagrant. I'm not to play with, your face can end up on the pavement. I'm on that gang shit, you niggas softer than cheesecake. Hit your main bitch, pull a wig off to the meat braids. On these niggas' ass if they look wrong. Check it, I'm on these niggas' ass if they look wrong. Chopper hold the subway clip, yeah, that's a foot long. Nigga, we gon' die about it or get it the harder way. Pussy, we ain't praying about this shit, we ain't on Broadway. Rock like the label owner, the husband of Beyonce. Like my tea with lemon in the Dutch after the entree. She only fuck 4 niggas, yeah, that's what they all say. $40 had her licking balls in the hallway.
Ain't no more to it. Willie. Hey yo, this SV Twiz, the Hood Blogger. Y'all know how I carry it. Shout out to everybody that been rocking with the content. I appreciate y'all. If y'all new to the channel, bro, hit that sub button. Y'all won't be disappointed. If you're a returning viewer, bro, stop jerking wreck, hit that sub button, and run them likes up, man. Yo, it's a lot going on right now, bro. Oschino Vasquez, man. Billy D Nice, you know what I'm saying? He's snapping still, bro. Like, you know, and we just gonna get into a few little situations that have been going on. But, you know, my question to the streets is, you know, somebody like O that always been loyal, you know, and always spoke his mind. You know, why do he deal with so many issues? Today, he would drop a clip on his podcast, and he back 100% active. So make sure y'all check out his channel and watch this to the end, because we're going to get into everything. But for those of y'all that don't know the story of Oschino, you know, I'm just going to give a briefer. I'm going to say, you know, he had a hard time coming up, but before State Property, he was with ICH, the Inner City Hustlers, man. Jimmy the Saint ran that group, and it would seem like the snake stuff would start there, because, you know, he would get in with Rockefeller and everything, and then, you know, Jimmy the Saint would make this move, allegedly.
Do that either, I mean, the boy Jimmy the Saint got me booked on that, I mean, he was my manager. I just found out, like, last year, 2 years ago, that he got me blocked for that. I mean, so it's like I was going through a lot of stuff, and I didn't understand why I'm going through this suffering all the time. I mean, so it's like, you know, because when you like for some stuff you ain't do, man, it's a hurt feeling, man. It's like, that's why you ain't do it at all. Like, I mean, you ain't, it just ain't happen. Like, I mean, it just hurt, man. I mean, so, you know. So,
yeah, I heard you speak on that in the past and everything like that. That was crazy, man. Oh, like, especially with, you know, and not to be, you know, bringing that man up and things of that nature, but it's like, you know, people is like, you know, they get put up on certain pedestals because they do certain things, and we would have never known that. Like, you know, that right there, that joint, that was a bad joint right there. Oh, I ain't gonna.
Let me tell you something, dog.
You can still be going right now. Yeah.
Listen, it was two. So the murder they locked me up for that at that particular time. The one guy got killed, the other guy like got shot like 6 times. He didn't die, right? So I always would reach out to him like, why you say it was me? He never would, you know. Of course, you're not gonna see nothing to me. Like, you're like, man, I'm not seeing none of this nigga. I mean, he knew I didn't do it though. But so one day, like 2 years ago, I kept inviting him to art shows and all type of shit. Like, I just wanted to talk to him. And everybody said, yo, you draw? Oh, you gonna get like, leave him alone? I said, man, fuck it, I need to know. What? And then one day he just said, yo, I'm gonna call you when I get off work. I said, oh, mind you, it was 20 years later. And the something just told me to keep. I just had to know, like, it's something that. And he told me what happened. I said, what? Nigga, Jimmy the Saint, man.
Damn, man.
And he know I even know the niggas. I ain't had nothing to do with that at all. I don't even know them niggas. I mean,
this interview I did with, this was probably around, this was, you know what I'm saying, pandemic era and all that. And at that time, everything was still all love as far as with, like, you know, when it came to like Freeway and the rest of State Property, at that point, at this particular time, he had his issues with, I would say, Neef and Sieg, you know, but then they had ended up, this was right after him and Sieg had did the interview when Oschino had launched this podcast, and he had pretty much soothed everything out with most of the artists, but, you know, out the clear blue, you know, basically Freeway would pretty much do something that Oschino feel like it wasn't loyal, bro, because O had put Freeway on the show. I think it was like our AC, and they wasn't even looking for no other artists, but Oschino had pulled Freeway, and if y'all already know, you know O had always spoke highly of Freeway and how humble and chill he was.
Thirds want me to kill something. Shout out to Freeway.
Eventually, Oschino would find out that Freeway was actually cutting him out the state prop tour and was one of the main artists that was saying, you know what I'm saying, pretty much playing both sides, but allegedly making sure that O didn't come to state prop and get his cut. So once that, you know what I'm saying, once O finds out about that, you know, O starts snapping. And at that time, and I don't know if it's still going on now, but he was pretty much saying that, you know, Charlie Mack was lining up the shows and everything for him. I guess he was, you know, lining up the tours, and they was getting money from each city that they had went through. But this what Oschino had to say about the whole situation.
Let me tell you, a lot of times, right, when you older, you gotta act a certain way. You gotta do certain things. A lot of times, I want to be how I used to be because I didn't give a fuck. I mean, it was easy. When you don't give a fuck, you can just do anything. You can, whether you're wrong or right, you don't care. When you get older, it's like you got more responsibility to do the right thing because people watching, people that look up to you or whatever.
So just today, you know, he would drop a clip on this podcast, and make sure y'all check out that joint. I'm just gonna play a little snippet on what he had to say, but he would speak on about as far as how like the Young Guns and, you know, Free and all them, you know, got an artist from this city that, you know, had prior issues with somebody from, you know what I'm saying, pretty much state property, man. And the artist, you know, definitely it was an artist that spoke about, you know what I'm saying, somebody that was supposed to have been his man, and that person happened to have been Trendsetter Shady's brother. And Shady been calling this out for years. You know, nobody have been like co-signing it. Everybody just been listening and looking and making it like, you know what I'm saying, Shady was tripping. But, you know, for those of y'all that don't know, this is what's going on.
I done niggas had to take my dog. Why? You had to take that loss. Rest in peace to my homie L-Easy, baby. You get up there, our beaches is taken care of. I'ma blast every nigga that you wanted to get. I'ma smash every chicken that you wanted to hit. That's
It's been a lot going on behind scenes with this, but to my understanding, Shady found it somewhere in his heart to, you know, pretty much, you know, give people a pass. But if y'all remember years ago, it was a whole big situation that, you know, Shady had pretty much went through with Dean, you know what I'm saying, that at one time was a dream chaser, but before all of that, that was Shady, man. So the same thing that Oschino is calling, you know what I'm saying, Chris and Neef out for, this is when, you know, Shady was, before he pretty much start falling back and trying to stay out the way, when Shady was bending them corners, this is how this issue right here happened between him and Dean.
Saying the internet, you keep saying the internet, dog. I got out, I walked up, I punched you in your mouth, you ran. Don't call me talking about stay off the internet. You ran. Why you run? Why you run, dog? Why you run? Why you run? Why you run? Explain that to me. Why you run? You know, man. Why you run, dog? I didn't have no gun on me. Why you run? Rock, you ain't had no gun. Why you run? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I wasn't even coming up there for your ass. I was coming up there to get something to drink before I got on the highway. Just so happened, I looked up and seen you outside of the... You're lucky I ain't smacked the down there, but I know we on camera. So my thing is this, why you run? Why you run? Hey, Shady, answer that. You know I get down, man. I ain't got no more, man.
What a lot of people don't know, when they see people like Shady, you know, even other artists from this city, you know, it was certain people that, you know, you had your average young boys, bro. Like, for instance, myself, bro, I went to, you know, placement through the Gabes, the Mills, and stuff like that. But you also had the young boys that was 16, 15, 16, 17, and, you know, they court drama cases at young ages. This is before they start holding the juveniles over pick. So you had people like, it was like, as far as on the entertainment side from Philly, you had people like Mir Malik, you know what I'm saying, Shady Black, Leak Moss, you know, these guys was real young on the drama block for drama cases. So a lot of them was bumping into each other and built relationships from that era, you know, as far as the, you know, the drama side over the creek. But, you know, Oschino would get in. This is what Oschino had to say about this, because Oschino happened to have been over the House of Corrections too at the same time when, you know what I'm saying, Shady Black was over there. But this is what O had to say.
The only reason I can't be friends with Spade is because of Shady Black. I met Shady Black after LA passed away. You know what I'm saying? But when I met him in prison, I was in prison. He was on the juvenile side. He wrote me a letter like, yo, I'm LA little brother. I'm like, I don't know you, but what's up? I'll be your brother. You cool? You need something? I'm sending Shady Black money while I'm in jail with him. Christian Neef don't even know. I'm saying, it's this 2002, I think, something like that, right? I said, if you ever get out, he's fighting homicide. You ever get out, I got you. So just on the strength of my loyalty to him, make me can't be cool with Spade, but without Spade, without that, Spade, I don't got no problem with Spade. But like we had to look like a little rap thing back and forth, whatever. But my thing is this: when somebody lose their life, right, over you, I mean, who wants a friend like that? Why would I want y'all to be my friend? If your best friend that y'all talk about every song, LA and all this, right? Get smoked by the ball, you know who did it and all that, right? Could be backstage, but y'all want to let me back there.
At this point, and basically before this, but right now, you could really see O is really upset and he really don't care about what nobody got to say, or, you know what I'm saying, how anybody got to feel about it. But I do know during this time, within the past years, I know O and Shady, they didn't see eye to eye at a point in time, but, you know, just without all this stuff that's going on, man, it's definitely, man, a lot going on, a lot of frustration. And O is, you know, speaking about a lot of stuff, whereas though, you know, most people from the prop, they don't really talk or, you know what I'm saying, speak on drama and stuff like that. Beans might say something here and there, but other than that, you know, you're gonna hear Oschino, he's going to be pretty much saying, you know what I'm saying, how he see how everything is going, man. But just drop a comment, man. It's SV Twiz, the Hood Blogger. Y'all know I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Let me know what y'all think about it.